So Donald Trump is planning to sue. I don't know if it's going to be the Harris campaign or the FEC, but to prevent Kamala Harris from using the funds from the Biden Harris campaign that had now been changed to the Harris campaign for president. You might remember right after Joe Biden stepped out of the presidential race, uh, he took his name off of the campaign funds account basically and signed it over to Kamala Harris for president. Now, at the time, it sounded like that was perfectly fine, and it still sounds like that's fine. Like there's not an issue there. However, Donald Trump says there's a problem there because they're not just allowed to do that, according to him. So he's planning to sue. Now, this is probably just going to be some big distraction, uh, trying to make Kamala Harris and her campaign sound like they're in some kind of trouble. Um, and it probably won't go anywhere. But he's also laying the groundwork for post election lawsuits. So if the FEC says that yes, she can use these funds, and even if a court says yes, she can use these funds, when Donald Trump loses, which I think he will, he's going to come around and say, well, she shouldn't have had access to that money. That was fraud. That was cheating, or whatever line he is going to say. So I fully expect that. Now, like I said, he's trying to sue to prevent her from accessing those funds. Even without the funds, with the outpouring of support and donations that have already come in, I think her campaign will be fine. It probably won't be an issue. But he's trying to muddy the waters up. And then, depending on what is ruled in this lawsuit, if she is prevented from using these funds, it gives him an attack lane so he can say, well, see, she was trying to use money that she shouldn't have. She's a crook or something. He's going to try to equate something there, even though there's nothing there. All because they don't have anything else to go on, and Donald Trump is scared because all of his donations he is siphoning off to fund his legal bills and his businesses because he's not making as much money. They're losing money. So he's not spending nearly as much campaigning. Therefore, he's trying to level the playing field. But on the other side of it, Donald Trump is going to be spending more campaign money on this lawsuit and on attorneys for this lawsuit that probably won't go through. So we'll see what happens with this thing. I fully expect it to get tossed out because she does have access to these funds, at least that's what the FEC said initially with the way the paperwork was filed. They are her funds to use, and it was about $96 million in campaign money, and Donald Trump just really does not want her to have access to it.